Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me, the Sports Mitch, today. I'm going to try winning you a little bit of money. But first, I want to thank the Be Daring Foundation. They're doing the Phoenix Project, or the Project Phoenix 5K walk. If you need more information, Google Project Phoenix 5K or follow them on Facebook, the Be Daring Foundation. We're going to start off with the first games of the week. We got the Thursday night game, New York Jets at Baltimore. The spread is currently Baltimore minus 16.5. We're still questionable if Lamar Jackson is going to play or not. I think whether he plays or not, Baltimore is covering that 16.5. They're at home on a Thursday. Home teams on Thursdays typically win those games due to rest. Next game, Tampa Bay minus 3.5. Detroit Lions plus 3.5. This game's not interesting at all to me. The Detroit Lions are playing David Blau, their third-string quarterback. He in no way, shape, or form looks good. I didn't like him week 1. Don't like him week 2. Take Tampa Bay. Eat the 3.5 points. Next game, Philadelphia versus Washington. This one's a little bit more interesting to me. It's a rivalry game with Philadelphia, and Philadelphia has to win. But the Redskins really aren't good. Philadelphia is very injured. I think they cover that 4.5 at this point in time. So definitely take Philadelphia in Washington. Next one, Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers. This is the game of the week to me because I think Chicago Bears actually beat Green Bay. I don't think Green Bay is as good as the media thinks they are, just like always. I think Chicago goes into Green Bay and not only covers, but I think they end up winning that game. And Chicago played last Thursday night, so they have that extra rest also. New England versus Cincinnati. New England's minus 9.5, and New England was just caught recording the play calls for Cincinnati, which, let's be honest, Cincinnati's so bad that recording their play calls isn't going to do anything anyways. New England's the only issue I have with New England is their offense is garbage right now. And with Andy Dalton back, I actually think Cincinnati covers this one. I think it's a closer game than most people think. I say bet on Cincinnati. You'll get 9.5 points on it. I don't think they win, but they're going to keep it within 10 points. Houston versus Tennessee, rivalry match. Tennessee minus 3. Tennessee looks really good with Ryan Tannehill. They're right now 5-1 with him behind. Keep a watch out for Derrick Henry right now. Derrick Henry looked to be hurt. He's definitely not injured. He looks hurt, though. He's not as explosive. It was an accident. He looked very explosive until he possibly pulled his hamstring, and those are lingering issues. This will follow him the rest of the season. Keep watching out for Derrick Henry. Houston just got destroyed by Denver, though. I have no faith in Houston at this moment in time, and Tennessee has a great defense. Take Tennessee minus 3. Seattle versus Carolina. I don't even really have to talk about Carolina. We've seen Kyle Allen play at this point. It's not good. The only thing is Seattle plays down to their talent. They always play down to their talent. So I honestly think logically it's smarter to take Seattle and eat that 6 points. But Russell Wilson's in a purgatory where he's always going to go and be down one. He's going to be down 7 points, have 20 seconds to score a touchdown. He either does it and wins or he doesn't do it and lose. So actually, I would take Carolina in this. But if you take Seattle, I really wouldn't blame you. Denver minus 10 versus Kansas City plus 10. Kansas City's defense is horrible. And Denver, with their new quarterback, Drew, they actually looked really good. They destroyed Houston last week. They put over 30 points on them. Take Denver. Kansas City is going to score a lot of points, but Denver is also going to be able to keep up with them. Miami plus 3.5. Giants minus 3.5. Oh, Eli Manning. I don't believe Eli Manning plays this game. I think they put back in Danny Dimes. But it's so bad to right now bet on Miami Dolphins. But Ryan Fitzpatrick's still back there. Go for Miami. Also, if you bet on this game, you're probably degenerate. Look for help. Buffalo plus 2.5. Pittsburgh minus 2.5. Buffalo right now looks like Alabama to me. Their two best wins are really losses. When they lost to New England and then they lost to Baltimore last week. And that's the only time they actually looked good. Besides that, they played horrible talent. But I also watched Pittsburgh face Arizona last week. They did not look great. I'm still going to take Buffalo on this, but I really don't believe in their talent going forward. Jacksonville Jaguars versus Oakland. Oakland is -6.5. I don't know what's going on with Jacksonville. I have been watching a lot of their games, sadly. They have the talent. I just don't understand what's going on with their play calling. I'm going to have to go with Oakland in Oakland, -6.5. They got blown out by Tennessee. This is a get-right game for them. They're trying to at least keep it close in the wild card to the Steelers. Get right. Cleveland -2.5, Arizona +2.5. Never bet on the Arizona Cardinals at this point. Just don't do it. Go for Cleveland, -2.5 in Arizona. I saw the home crowd last week for the Arizona. There's going to be more Cleveland fans here than there's going to be Arizona fans here. Sad truth. Take Cleveland, pretty much a home game for them. Atlanta +10.5, San Francisco -10.5. Atlanta's looked a lot better lately. I'm really surprised the line is this high. I know San Francisco has looked great. I would honestly go with Atlanta. That's a lot of points to eat. Matt Ryan has looked really good. And you still have Julio Jones on that offense. They can go and put it back together. And for some reason, historically, Atlanta's a second half of the season team. They always look horrible the first 4 or 5 games, and they kind of slowly get it back together. And sometimes it's too late. Sometimes they make it to the playoffs. This time it's going to be too late for them. Rams -1, Dallas +1. I would almost like Dallas because they played on Thursday. And I like picking teams that play on Thursday for the next game. They have more rest, obviously, and they're at home. But Rams have really picked it up. Rams beat Seattle. Rams killed the Cardinals. Rams are actually looking like their last year team. I'm going to have to take the Rams on this one. They're also trying to fight for that wild card spot. Minnesota -2.5 in LA. Charger Stadium +2.5. There's going to be more Minnesota fans than Chargers fans. Sorry, Chargers fans, but no one's going to those games. And even if you sell out, it's only like 11,000 people. Kirk Cousins has been playing lights out. I don't see that changing anytime soon. Minnesota -2.5. That's going to be my lock of the week, is Minnesota -2.5. And finally, for the Monday night game, the Indianapolis Colts versus the New Orleans Saints. Indy is +8.5. New Orleans is -8.5. And I guarantee you, New Orleans is very mad how they lost to San Fran last week. That's the game of the week for sure. San Fran won because George Kittle had one of the greatest runs in NFL history. Definitely competes with Marshawn Lynch's beast mode run. And New Orleans is going to come out hot this week. I guarantee New Orleans is going to win by more than 8.5 points to the Colts. Colts have not looked the same since their loss to the Tennessee Titans. And I think teams are finally figuring out their backup quarterback. So I will have my picks on my website, www.thesportsmitch.com, under the professional sports page. And I will have it on my Facebook post later today. Thank you for watching.